That was more of an abuse of power than anything.
It depends who you believe, doesn't it? Because I was always hearing that the kid was very young when he met him.
Yes.
I don't know, like 11 or 12.
Well, there was a picture of them when the boy was young.
But how, because Schofield, I think, says they met when they were 15 or 16, because I'd heard 11 or 2. So, and I might have just heard nonsense. But then also, Schofield said nothing happened until they were 18, which later changed to 21, I think.
Yeah,
there's two accounts.
But he's already been proven to be a liar. So how can we trust him?
So that's the issue. If he's telling the truth, it's more just of a power issue.
Yes.
But if he's not, it's a legal issue without it necessarily being a pedophilia issue, because that's just another topic, isn't it? But pedophilia versus haemophilia.
Yes.
There are people who have an interest in prepubescent children,
right?
And there are other people like I believe J.D. Salinger was a famous one who are interested in sort of 12 to 15, just after puberty or whatever it might be.
Yes.
And if Schofield was doing whatever he was doing with a 16 or 17-year-old, that's not the same as these politicians, but it's still very wrong.
Yes, I think it's all wrong. Abuse of power. I remember seeing around this morning. I found it extraordinary that this intern had access everywhere.
Yeah.
Truth is, we don't know the truth, because this is a man who lied for decades about his sexuality. The whole coming out, sat next to Holly Willoughby, was horrendous.
Kevin Spacey defense.
Why do you think that happened, though? Why do you think that happened?
What, that he came out?
Yes.
Because he had to sort of make it into a victim story, like I'm coming out despite homophobia and things, to hide that he knew what was coming out, which was that he had groomed a young child.
Right, that's right. That is why Philip Schofield came out. Holly Willoughby, all of that was farce, an absolute farce. One of the funniest things around it was when it was being discussed on, I think, Good Morning Britain, and Joan Collins turned around and said, he's come out. Didn't everybody know he was gay? Because people inside know.
Yeah.
People inside know.
People inside knew about Savile.